Come on, hang out with me. We're going to listen to one of the best vocal performances in the world of contemporary commercial music right now. My name's Tim. I'm a vocal instructor. I've been teaching voice for 24 years. I used to be an opera singer, musical theater singer. I used to do rock bands, synth pop projects, house music producer. I've done a lot of things. Here's a website more about me and my amazing team of teachers that work with me. We do lots of lessons online, so anywhere you are in the world, if you want to take some lessons with us, don't hesitate to reach out. I've heard this vocal before. It's a vocal that I use to teach a lot of concepts with my students, like how to sing with huskiness, how to have agility in your voice, how to use your mixed voice. Yebba is a virtuoso master of this type of singing. I'm excited to listen through this again with you all and break down all of the incredible things that she's doing. I want to explain why this vocal is so unique and what it is she's doing in her tone and in her agility that makes it one of the most impressive vocals I've ever heard as a vocal instructor of almost a quarter of a century. So I'm telling you, this is a big deal one. Here we go. Without further ado, I'm going to jump in. We're just going to listen all the way through it together and just sort of feel it out, vibe it out, take in the whole picture of it. Then I'm going to go back and break it down. If you want to go to my post-listen first impressions and the beginning of the vocal breakdown, go to here. Here we go, jumping in. Already.
I heard you coming at 2:45. You closed the door and lay down next to me. But then I heard you say her name in your sleep. Your dirty secrets too far gone to keep. I'm about to lose my I'm about to lose my mind, my mind, my mind, about to lose my mind, my mind. I think about you all the time. You can't even look me dead in the eyes. Her love is strong, she got you hypnotized. You say you love me, but I know it's a lie. When I work so hard to keep you satisfied, I'm about to lose my I'm about to lose my mind, my me. I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave. No way, no way, she won't take you away from me. Ooh, I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave. If I ever leave, anybody know what I'm talking about? No way, no way, she can't take you away from me. Yeah. No way, no way, and I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave. Oh, in my mind, my mind, my mind, I think about you all the time. My mind, my mind, my mind, you always be mine. I know. That's that one.
That's that one. Oh my God. All right. So, what's happening here? Let's talk about this for a minute. Wow. So, what makes great singing, right? I mean, there was this amazing talk that I believe his name is Stephen Weber. He was a professor of music and production at Berkeley. I saw a video a few years ago. He was talking about what makes a great song and what makes great singing. And it really basically comes down to the singer or the song makes us feel something. Like, that's it. That's the name of the game. This is why we keep coming back to songs, is because we have a state of being shift, an emotional shift inside of us from the song. And what a singer needs to do really well to achieve that effect in us is they have to feel the song themselves. They have to be deeply connected to the text and the overall situation that the protagonist is in so that they can channel it for us. This performance is one of the most emotionally charged and layered performances of an emotional development of a song that I think is out there. If you notice, this song is about that craziness that we can feel, which I don't know about you, but I've experienced it in a breakup where you feel like you're losing your mind, where you feel like you can't imagine the person that you're breaking up with being with someone else. Or maybe they already were with someone else and you're having to relive this in your mind and the relationship is ending. And, there's that addictive state we get in with each other. It's like the same chemicals of addiction when we get deep into a relationship with someone, and that pull can make you mad. And this song is such a perfect personification of that emotional state. The way that it starts off very introspective and very much like, I'm losing it. And then by the end of the song, the emotion is ramped up. There's more intensity to the expression. She literally is like wailing at the end, losing her mind. Another part of this that makes the performance so brilliant is the tone quality diversity in her singing. Her technique is all over the place. She's got a husky, warm, introspective sound. Then she's got these crazy lateral bright vowels that give it this brassy sort of wild brightness. And then she's into a full-on wailing belt. She's got crazy moments of perfect agility up and down in her voice, improvisational riffing, and then she's adding in wild amounts of grit at times. There is everything. She threw the kitchen sink into this vocal performance, and it's spectacular. Let's go back now and start breaking down all of these incredible vocal paintbrushes that she's using. Riffing has to be emotionally connected. That's why we riff. So when you're working on riffing, you need to make sure that you understand where the riff comes from. We riff because the natural melody of the song and the natural words of the song can't house the amount of emotion that's trying to be conveyed. It's almost like the emotion is spilling over onto the song, and the vocalist needs to use more of their voice and more notes to let the emotion come out. That's how I like to teach riffing, because then the riffs have this natural feel to them. They feel connected to the text. When you're first learning how to riff, you can sound a little academic because it's so technically complicated to do it. All of your mind ends up thinking about the technique. But you have to make sure after you've built the riff that you put the emotion and expression back into it. Yebba is a case study on that. Every riff she does in this song feels emotionally plugged in and tethered to what's going on expressively in that part of the song.
I heard you coming at 2:45.
Did you hear that low note there? I heard you. She's opening her throat to give more depth of tone and to make sure that she gets all of the sound out on that low note. She's doing wild vocal things here, and that's a wild vocal effect. In general, if you are looking to sing a low note and it feels like it's at the bottom of the barrel for you, it's the lowest note you can sing, don't try to press down to get it. Let it be more chill. I heard you. But in this case, she's looking at making a presence because she's personifying someone who's basically losing their mind inside of an emotional breakup, being cheated on type of a thing. Oh, so powerful.
You closed the door and lay down next to me. But then I heard you say her name in your sleep.
Listen to how much she's changing her tone. Sometimes she has, I heard you. She has this openness in the back of her throat. And then other times she's letting that openness go and her tone gets thinner. I heard you coming at 2:45. And she gets this like lateral bright sound. I call that tone quality diversity when I work with my students. Adele is also a master of that. She's really dramatically changing her tone from syllable to syllable at times. Yebba's doing that here, and what song could be more appropriate to do that on than a song where you're losing your mind, right?
Your dirty secrets too far gone to keep.
Oh.
I'm about to lose my...
I want you to listen for a couple things that Yebba's doing right now overall. Notice the emotional contour of this song. She's adding in all of these peaks and valleys, like we're riding a wave with her of emotion, and it'll be minimal, it's introspective at times, and then it gets more intense and fiery, then it comes back down and gets introspective, then it gets even more fiery. It's so brilliant here. And some of the things she's doing to give us that effect are the changes in her tone quality. At times she's got this husky airflowiness in her voice, and at other times she's got this brass and this bite in her voice. Listen to how she's changing between brass and wind in her tone to give us this dramatic effect. Brass.
I'm about to lose my
Wind.
my mind.
Hear her playing with brass and wind right here. She got a little more brassy on my mind, and then she got windy on the way out. It's going to get crazier later, right? Brass. Wind.
About to lose my...
Her pitch accuracy is insane, 10 out of 10. Find a note in here that's out of tune. I mean, it's unbelievable. And she's moving all over the place. Her agility, 10 out of 10.
My mind, my mind.
Those riffs are so perfect to personify the emotional wailing in a situation like this.
I think about you all the time.
So right there, that's a case study in emotional connectedness in a riff. That is like she was wailing, like she was crying, but on notes. It was brassy. She had clean vocal fold closure. She opened her mouth a lot. She tilted her head back. Lots of lateral vowels. clean, brassy sound. Notice how much control she has. Sometimes she's brassy. Sometimes she's gritty and husky. Sometimes she's doing vibrato. Sometimes she's singing with straight tone. Sometimes she's opening her throat to make it sound deeper. Sometimes she's closing her throat to make it sound youthful and brattier and bitier. She's all over the place vocally in this song.
You can't even look me dead in the eyes.
And it's not a showy-offy thing either. It's all from the emotional connection to the song.
Her love is strong, she got you hypnotized.
It's raw.
You say you love me, but I know it's a lie.
Ah, that brightness.
When I work so hard to keep you satisfied.
I love that riff. Satisfied. Whatever it is. Oh, I love it. It's so good. Oh, did you hear that little? She did this little airflowy onset. She didn't have a lot of space in her throat. She had a lot of lateralness to her vowel. Then she did this little vibrato-y release at the end. That was such a cool, weird sound. Listen to that. Did you hear that? Just sounds like she's crying up there.
I'm about to lose my...
Notice on this one, it's like she didn't even have the emotional equity to finish the phrase on top. She just just let it decay. What a brilliant artist. She's letting certain parts of the song unravel a bit because the protagonist of the song is unraveling. Wow.
I'm about to lose my...
Oh. I have to talk about her use of grit. You're going to see it coming up later even more. When we make grit on our voice, there are a couple ways to do it. Vocal fry is one, and compression is the other. When we add compression to our voice, what's happening is we're cinching the throat above the vocal folds, and that creates extra vibration of mucosal membranes inside of your throat, which add these textures to your voice. She's a master of that. She's turning it on at certain times in the song and turning it off. Listen ahead. I'm going to point out when she does that.
I'm about to lose my mind.
That riffing.
About to lose my about to lose my...
We're ramping up. Right there. Do you hear that whoa? That whoa is a case study in grit singing. She activated a little bit of the compression technique. She was cinching her pharynx, created that grit, that almost growling type of effect in the top of her voice. Check that out.
This to me,
I think that might be one of the most insane riffs in the world ever. Check that out again. Listen to that. It's all over the place in every way you can think about. It's low, it's high, it's fast, it's got head voicey stuff in it, it's got brassy stuff in it, it's got grit in it, on and off. It's everywhere, this riff. Listen back to this riff again. This is one of the best riffs in the world.
how could you do this to me?
Now she starts pulling it back down again, right? Like, you see that wave stuff I was talking about? The song is like riding an emotional wave. Oh, it's so hard to do that. Like, I mean, she took this song that's relatively a simple concept as far as not that many notes, not that much of a melodic contour, and she's just laid all of her expressive ability onto it in such a brilliant way. Wow, this is so incredible. And that riff, amazing.
No way, no way, she can't take you away from me.
Look at how much emotion is in her expression right there. You can see it in her eyes and the way that her physicality is.
I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave.
I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave. That lyric is so brilliant.
No way, no way, she won't take you away from me.
The one other detail of Yebba's tone that makes it so interesting and why it is one of the most interesting tones out there in singing is her use of airflow allowance in the tone. In the world of voice pedagogy, we call that sound auditory roughness. Having that hissiness in your voice. That's one of the biggest sounds that a contemporary commercial music singer will use that separates them from sounding like a musical theater singer or like a classical singer. It's a definitive part of the contemporary commercial music way of singing. And she has such husky warmth in her tone. And she has overall a husky warmth to her tone that's a predominant quality in a lot of the sounds that she makes. It reminds me of someone like Kelly Clarkson, who has a similar husky warmth in a lot of the sounds that she makes as well. That's why it's so accessible and why it just feels so easy to listen to.
Ooh, I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave. If I ever leave, anybody know what I'm talking about? No way, no way.
Oh.
She can't take you away from me. Yeah. No way, no way. And I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave.
I swear I could stop on every phrase and talk for like 5 minutes. And I'm just resisting saying all of the things right now that I want to say about this. Maybe I need to do an extended cut in the future. This is just too much amazing singing happening moment by moment by moment here. So down the future, we'll see. Maybe I'll put that up. But I just don't know. I mean, I guess let's finish it out together here and then we'll wrap it up. But I'm just going to, I feel like I have so much to say that I just can't say. So I'll just keep going.
In my mind, my mind, my mind, I think about you all the time. My mind, my mind, my mind, you'll always be mine.
I love that little outro riff there. My mind, my mind, my mind. That part, so cool. Oh my God.
That's that one.
That's that one. Hey, I guess I'll sing another song. I mean, come on. That was so amazing. I love how she downplayed it there. Oh, so, I mean, wow, right? That is such an amazing vocal. That's one of the best vocals in the world of contemporary commercial music, in my opinion. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What do you think beats it? A Whitney Houston song? An Adele song? What beats it? You know, I mean, it's such a spectacular vocal performance. I'm not into like songs competing with each other anyway, by the way. This is about expression and emotion, but wow. So there you go. That's why I think this is one of the best vocals out there. But let me know what you think. So just to wrap things up, it's her airflow allowance through her tone. It's her use of grit. It's her use of brassiness in the tone. It's the way that she opens in different times of the song and closes in different times of the song for an effect. It's the way that she brightens her vowels or darkens her vowels. It's her use of vibrato. She has so much technical control of her voice, it's insane. And that gives her the ability to be so emotive and expressive. When you have such a good technique, it's not as hard to be expressive because you'll feel the emotion. The appropriate vocal technique will be used in that emotional moment. That's That's what makes great singing. It's not just her vocal gymnastics that make this an amazing vocal. It's her emotional connectedness to those techniques. That's the secret. And that's what makes great singing. It's about becoming an expressive conduit for your listeners. The song comes through you, comes through your interpretation, and uses the technique that you've built to reach others. That's what we're trying to do when we're singing. And this is one of the best vocals to demonstrate that out there that I know. Hope you enjoyed listening to that with me. If you like this video, subscribe, click the little notification to stay up to date. Sending you all so much love. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.